Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss the determination of the drug effect on gastrointestinal motility in rat or guinea pig ileum or rabbit by Professor Sabashik. So now we'll see the principle. So intestinal motility is regulated by enteric nervous system of the gut, and the activity of this system can be modified by autonomic nervous system. Hence, the effect of sympathomimetic and parasympathomimetic drug on intestinal motility can be studied using isolated piece of intestine. Parasympathomimetic drug, or in other term it is called as cholinergic drug, stimulate the enteric neuron to release acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction, and hence the muscle tone and the rhythmicity of intestine is enhanced. The sympathomimetic drug, which is basically adrenergic drug, act on the alpha and beta receptor and release adrenaline, which in turn prevent the release of acetylcholine and inhibit the muscle tone and rhythmicity. So that's why we use, in order to study the intestinal motility, we use two different type of drug. One is the sympathomimetic and another one is the parasympathomimetic. So animal model can be employed to study the intestinal motility of sympathomimetic and parasympathomimetic drugs. Guinea pig ileum is advantageous for the assay purpose as it produces the steady baseline for studying the effect of drug. Rabbit intestine, that is ileum, duodenum and jejunum, usually we use jejunum, is used for the effect of pendular movement, which is nothing but the continuous contraction and relaxation. So this is the principle involved in the experiment. Now we'll see the requirement. So we required animal, we will take either rat, guinea pig or rabbit. Drug we use agonist is acetylcholine, antagonist we use atropine. Then apparatus, organ bath, thermostatically controlled, kymograph, fulcrum, frontal writing lever, reservoir. Physiological solution, we use thyroid solution. Then experimental condition, so we use the temperature 37 degree, bath volume is 15 ml. Time cycle 3 minutes. So basically that 3 minutes is divided as 30-second baseline, 30-second response and the 2 minutes of washing. Then tension of the liver is 1 gram. And the magnification we use is 1:9, and the aeration, for the aeration we use the atmospheric air. Now we'll see the procedure. An adult rat 150 to 180 gram to be sacrificed by spinal cord dislocation. Cut open the abdomen with a sharp scissor and remove the ileum along with the mesentery. Then keep it moist by thyroid solution during the further dissection. Select the segment of the ileum and place it on a shallow dish containing the thyroid solution. Then we'll tie a fine thread and mount the tissue in the organ bath. Fill the water bath with a thyroid solution maintained at 37 degree. And then finally we'll take the DRC of acetylcholine and atropine to study its effect on GIT. Then observation table, so such type of observation table we will get. So basically the standard acetylcholine we use here is 10 microgram per ml. So we will take a dose as 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, 1.6. So as the standard is 10 microgram per ml, so how much for 0.1 ml? So it will come here as 1. Then 2, 4, 8 and 16. Okay. Then we will get the response. Okay. We will get the response in mm. So in case of the response of acetylcholine in mm, it include 12, 17, 19, 23 and 29. Then we'll calculate the percent response of acetylcholine. So if this 29 is 100%, so how much for 12%? So we will do a cross multiplication and we will get here is 41.37%. Then for next we will get a 58.62. Then accordingly using the same thing Using this same equation, we will calculate like 29 is 100%, so 19 is how much? So we will get here, after cross multiplication, we will get here is 65.15. Then for 23 it is 79.31. Then after that, the dose of atropine and the acetylcholine. Now we'll see the effect of atropine. We can say that we will see the response of acetylcholine in presence of atropine. So what we will do, we will take a 0.5 ml, or in all the doses we will take 0.5 ml of atropine. Then gradually we'll increase the acetylcholine 0.1 ml, 0.2 ml, 0.4, 0.8 and 1.6. So we will get the response here as 3, 9, 12, 16 and 21. So if 21 is 100%, then what about X? 3 is how much percent? So we will get here is 14.28%. So you can clearly see here that initially only the acetylcholine response is 12 mm, but when we give acetylcholine in presence of atropine, then the response is reduced to 3, because this atropine is an adrenergic drug. What it will do, it will inhibit the release of acetylcholine, and as we are all aware of that, we required acetylcholine for the gastrointestinal motility. So if the acetylcholine is not available, ultimately the motility of the GIT is reduced. That's why the response came here is 3. Then we'll plot a graph. So effect of drug on GI motility. So you can clearly see here the blue line, it will indicate for the acetylcholine, and the gastric motility is reduced in the presence of atropine. So from 41.37 it will reduce to 14.28. From 58.62 it will reduce to 42.85, 65.51 to 57.14. So accordingly, what happens, the effect of we can say the gastrointestinal motility of the acetylcholine in the presence of atropine is reduced. So interpretation, what we have got here as, okay, it was observed that the atropine decreases the response height of acetylcholine, which indicate the antagonistic effect, and decreases the motility of the GI tract. So this is all about the experiment. Thank you.